This bull run has been lacking one thing, something good for the altcoin holders. Because for altcoin people like myself, it's not really been much of a bull run. In previous bull markets, we were able to put money into anything and it would go up and you would make money and then you could cash it out in a few days' time. But the situation's changed and it's all about pooling your money in the right stuff. No more spray and pray. Instead, it's more like put and pool and wait for a while until the tokenomics kick in. And that's why today I want to talk about Swissborg, because Borgcoin is going to $5 in this bull run. And in this video, I'm going to show you the maths that explains that actually it needs no more than a little tickle for the price of Borgcoin to get to $5. Now, the current price of Borgcoin is 46 cents. This is the 1 year chart, with the 1 year low being about 16 cents and the current price being about twice as big. The yearly low was at 16 cents, and so the price is about 200% higher than where it was. However, I believe the opportunity for this one is just getting started. We called it all the way back then, but I've sat down, I've worked out the maths, and I know that with great certainty in my brain, this is gonna be my biggest play of 2025. I already committed a huge amount of my own capital, and I continue to buy, because Swissborg isn't just a token. Swissborg has an application, and that application has $2 billion in assets under management, 891,000 verified KYC'd users, and 158,000 Borg holders. That's about 20% of the users of Swissborg are holding the Borg coin. Now, in the past 6 months, Swissborg made an awful lot of changes to the Borg coin that will allow it to grow significantly more than it already has. Starting with the fact it's not listed on any exchanges apart from decentralized exchanges. And this is where the clever maths comes in that I'm going to explain to you in just a moment. But if you've made it this far into the video, drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel. My name's Jordan. We make videos about crypto every single day. So just subscribe and drop a like and leave a comment. And if the video hits 500 likes, I'll give away $10,000 to somebody that leaves a comment. But anyway, here is how the Swissborg token is currently structured. There is 982.6 million tokens in supply, of which 612,140,000 of the tokens are unlocked and circulating. 222 million of the tokens are currently locked in premium accounts. 137 million of the tokens are currently staked in a time lock, which requires some time to unlock so an individual could sell if the price pumps. And 5.6 million of the tokens are currently in buyback pools. They also, every quarter, use a percentage of the fees that the exchange generates, which is millions of dollars, to buy back and burn the Swissborg coin. Because of these locks and burns, the actual circulating supply is significantly lower than what the unlocked circulating supply of $612 million is stated to be, which significantly helps when you do have a spike in demand. However, because Swissborg decided to go for the DEX decentralized exchange model, the Borg/Solana pool is currently heavily incentivized for users to stake and lock Borg within that pool to earn based off the trading fees generated on Swissborg. The way Swissborg works is a MEX. Now, this is a routing exchange. It uses wherever is cheapest, best price to execute. This reduces arbitrage gaps and actually allows the user to get the very best validated price at the time of purchasing any asset on Swissborg. And recently, Swissborg even integrated Hyperliquid, and that added so much depth and liquidity to their on-chain swap. They integrated BNB chain, and that expanded the pool depth even further. The purpose of Borg has changed from just being a subscription model coin to being something that generates continuous revenue based off of the trading volume on Swissborg. But here's the interesting part. How much money is required to be invested into Swissborg's coin to pump the price 10x to $5? With the understanding that today's 24-hour volume is down 24% on the day, but it was $3.74 million of trading volume on the Swissborg coin. Currently on the Swissborg coin, there is $2 million in USDC in that pool, along with $2 million worth of Swissborg. But the total value of Swissborg's liquidity pool right now is $4 million, which is giving them an overall market cap of $449 million. Now, I expect that to get to $5 billion. Now, with the price being at and around 50 cents, and as there is $2 million in the liquidity pool, that implies that about 4 million Borg tokens are in that liquidity pool. What we need to do is work out what the slippage would be if a user was to go in and start purchasing large amounts of coins. Again, remember, this is something that's definitely not out of the question because there is $2 billion currently sat on Swissborg Swissborg's platform. In fact, the facts are only less than 0.1% of the assets on Swissborg could take the price of Swissborg coin to $5. But let's do the maths here. For that, we need a formula. X times Y equals K. X is the BORG reserve, Y is the USDC reserve. If a buyer adds capital to Y, which is the USDC reserve, then some BORG tokens are removed from the X side because they've purchased them, and then the equation has to rebalance. And that rebalancing raises the price of Swissborg's coin. And this is the formula that gives the new price of Swissborg coin when you do this equation. So we're going to do the maths from 50 cents to $1 to $2, and $2 to $5. To double the price of Swissborg, you would have to double the current size of the liquidity pool. So using our current model, if you injected 1.8 to $2.2 million USDC, you would double the price of the coin to $1. Now remember, that would be 0.01% of the total assets currently on Swissborg required to be put into Swissborg's coin in order to make Swissborg's coin go to $1. Step 2, of $1 to $2, you'd expect an additional $3 to $4 million to be required to add to that liquidity pool in order to double the price again to $2, which would be about 0.02% of the assets on Swissborg's platform. So far, we've accounted for 0.03% of the assets on Swissborg's platform would quadruple the price of the coin. And then to get to $5, it's the same maths again. You're going to need about $6 to $8 million invested into Swissborg's coin. Basically double today's daily volume. If it was all on one side and everyone was on the same team, we'd be there by now. So from a 50 cents base price to push it to $5, you need $10 to $15 million of investment. That investment needs to be injected into that one liquidity pool. And in reality, if $10 to $15 million were injected into the price of the coin, that would probably further attract another $10 to $15 million on top of that would FOMO into it at the same time, creating a $10 price. I don't say such nice bullish things about Swissborg because I don't believe in it. I 100% believe it because I see the maths. $10 million to $15 million. 0.05 to 0.06% of the current assets on Swissborg would make the price of Swissborg's coin $5. And the reason that I'm so confident this will happen is because Swissborg has the very best cash to crypto, crypto to cash application on planet Earth. There is no better one because no other ones are as good at routing your money to get the very best execution. If you've ever tried using Coinbase and you've clicked on buy and seen that the price is actually 1% higher when you press buy, that's called a spread. And Swissborg has no spreads. It has best execution, which means that even if you include a fee, you're still going to get more crypto than you would do anywhere else on planet Earth. And in the bull run, which is attracting more buyers than ever, Swissborg's going to attract more users than ever. And then those users enter onto the exchange. Those users buy that exchange coin. And if only $10 to $15 million of buying pressure enters the market in quite a short period of time, the price of the coin will go up 1,000%. This isn't accounting for any of the new features that Swissborg's launch, all of the new tokenomics that the token's going to have after they've made these series of announcements that's happening over the course of the next month. From my perspective, this is an Asta-like trade. And when everyone else realizes this, it's gonna take off. We're seeing a deep shift right now towards DeFi applications, and Swissborg is a CeFi DeFi application. It is perfectly poised to take best advantage of this new bull market, which is why I've committed so heavily to the coin. This is my single largest holding aside from Solana, and I expect every single holder of this coin for the next 6 to 12 months to do incredibly well. Now, of course, nothing in this video was financial advice. You are responsible for your own investments. If you're big enough boy to press that button, you're big enough boy to accept the responsibility of pressing that button, please read the disclaimer in the comment section. But for me, I'm a big enough boy, and I just want an altcoin to 10x so I can buy myself a boat. I don't know what you all want out there, but for me, I want a boat. But I don't have the confidence to just buy any old random thing on the market. Pool my money into something that I can trust, and that thing is Swissborg and Solana. I think this will be one of the highest growth ecosystems this bull run. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget, if you drop a like and leave a comment, you're in to win $10,000 if this video hits 500 likes. So have a great day, everybody. Please subscribe to the channel, press that button, and I'll see you in a bit. Goodbye.